If you'd like online business explained to you in a way that you can actually understand, go to latenightim.com/explain. It's completely free, and I made it just for you. Now, how about an episode? Episode 96.
Late Night Internet Marketing.
This week on the Late Night Internet Marketing Podcast, I go through the 13 things that I learned about affiliate marketing from Star Wars, and you can learn them too. I'm going to share all 13 of them with you, but a warning, there are some definite spoilers in this episode. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, you might want to wait just a little while before listening to this content. Otherwise, let's rock and roll, because you're going to hear all that and more on the Late Night Internet Marketing Podcast.
The Late Night Internet Marketing Podcast.
You've been working for somebody else, but you want a business to run yourself. You want to know how to start and where to begin. Can you get out your comfort zone, my friend? Yes, you can do it right when it's late at night. At the end of the day, your dreams burning inside. So keep it up and you will find that you're building your business one night at a time.
And now, broadcasting late at night from a little studio in the big state of Texas, your host, Mark Mason.
Hey, it's really great to have you. This is the first episode of the Late Night Internet Marketing Podcast for the amazing year that is 2016. I hope you are having an awesome year already in 2016. I am set up to have an amazing year thanks to work that I did with Michael Hyatt and his Best Year Ever product. There's still some time to get that over at latenightim.com/BYE. Highly recommended by me. Some of my mastermind is in there. It's a great, great product. Highly recommended. And there's still some time to get over there. And even if you don't want the product, take advantage of the free webinars that are coming up to kind of close out that sale. Michael is famous for offering amazing value for free in his pre-sales webinars, and I definitely recommend that you go check that out. You know, another goal-related thing that I want you to go check out, and I don't make a dime for this, but I'm just so excited about it, is my buddy John Lee Dumas. Today, his Kickstarter went live over at thefreedomjournal.com. Now, John has designed this thing that he calls the Freedom Journal. It's basically a goal journal that you take and you identify your one big, most important goal that you want to get done in 100 days. And it takes you through in 10-day increments, helps you define those goals, get past the obstacles, and get that one goal done in 100 days. Really, really impressive. This is based on John's work interviewing over 1,000 entrepreneurs on his show, Entrepreneur on Fire. And the coolest thing about this is the Kickstarter has just exploded. I got on board this morning, and by the time this evening rolled around, I checked it out. They were already over $75,000. And the awesome thing is, for every 25K or so, something like that, John is building another school in Africa through Pencils of Promise. So you definitely want to go check that out. Thefreedomjournal.com. Very cool.
It's time to get to work building your internet business. One night at a time.
One night at a time.
So, it hadn't been but since a few days ago that I went and saw Star Wars. I actually saw it twice. Once with my two older girls late at night, very near the first time that it came out, and once during the day with my younger kids a few days later, and, I just loved it. Now, some of you know I'm an older guy, right? So I'm pushing 50 years old here. So I was 9 when Episode 4, A New Hope, the very first Star Wars, came out, and I remember very clearly going to the theater, seeing Mark Hamill and, Star Wars and C-3PO and R2-D2. And at the time in the 70s, this thing was just amazing. I mean, it was off the hook. We're so used to special effects now, it seems like, I think a lot of times, not that big a deal. And as special effects get closer and closer to what we perceive as reality, it's kind of like you're just watching something that actually happened. But back then in the 70s, there was no capability to do laser blasters and all this spaceship travel and all this other kind of stuff that actually looked believable. This was the first thing, at least in my opinion, that really just took it to the next level. And of course, George Lucas and Industrial Lights and Magic and all those guys became very famous for the technological innovations that they made with this story. Very, very cool thing that they did there. Well, that's all back. Now Disney has the reins. That is a fantastic company for this sort of thing. And they've done just a marvelous job, in my opinion, staying true to the story and so forth. So in this episode, I thought it would be fun, since I love Star Wars so much, to talk a little bit about the 13 marketing lessons that I learned that you can use as affiliate marketers by looking at the Star Wars experience in the 7th episode in the Star Wars saga. Now, I'm going to warn you, just like I did in the opener, I'm going to talk about some stuff that happened in the movie. So there's some spoilers in this. So if you haven't seen the movie, you might want to hold off on the rest of this episode and come back to it later. It's not going to be that bad, though. So, if you don't care, if you haven't seen it, but you're not that affected by spoilers, don't worry about it too much. Okay, 13, a lot to get through, so here we go. The first one is, and I think this is the most obvious thing, and this is so true for affiliate marketing and just internet marketing in general. Thing number one, marketing lesson that you can learn from Star Wars is, hey, baby, if you find something that works, you need to absolutely stick with it. Absolutely, no question. This episode, in many ways, episode 7, is a very, very close copy, formulaically, of episode 4. In fact, a lot of people would argue it's a little bit too close. It's certainly a little bit too close for my taste. It's just not very risky. We have this reluctant hero, kind of like Luke Skywalker, who has the Force but doesn't realize it and needs to go take care of these villains. He's going to use the Force to do this. And at the end of this episode, he's going to end up blowing up something kind of like the Death Star. Now, it's, he doesn't exactly blow it up in this one, or in this case, she doesn't exactly blow it up in this one, but she's involved. And, it's the same kind of idea. There's this Death Star looking thing. But guess what? It works. That absolutely worked, and it worked again. And that whole formula of good versus evil, the whole thing that they did there absolutely works. In affiliate marketing, if you find offers that convert and stuff that works, you need to rinse and repeat those approaches and those offers over and over again and grow your business in that direction. No need to reinvent the wheel when you find something that works. The flip side of that coin is marketing lesson number 2. You need to be true to your brand and have a voice and try to be memorable if you can. Now, within affiliate websites, being memorable is a little hard because you're looking for that search traffic and you're just going to get that one conversion and probably never see your visitor again. But if you've got something that looks more like an authority site, you want to have a voice, something that's recognizable. Be something that someone can remember. And that's certainly what Star Wars is. It's probably one of the most recognizable movie franchise brands that has ever existed, or I dare say ever will exist. It's very memorable. And the new movies are true to the brand. The Force and the music and the visuals and the weapons and the story are all consistent throughout the Star Wars brand. And if you've got any kind of meaningful online presence, you want to have that voice and be consistent. And I'll tell you why it's important in affiliate marketing and those kind of places where you're trying to reach people. There's 6 or 7, almost 7 billion people on the planet. You don't need to reach all of them to be successful. You only need to reach a few handfuls, maybe 100 or 1,000 people, and really connect with them to be successful. You don't need hundreds of thousands or millions of people. So be true to a certain voice, and there are people that will find you and resonate with that voice. Be true to your brand, and that will pay you dividends in affiliate marketing. The third thing that's absolutely obvious from looking at Star Wars is it's great when you can engage your audience with anticipation. Teasers really work. I mean, the teasers were all over the Star Wars thing in the trailers. Who are Rey's parents, and who is Rey, and what's her background, and why is she attracted to Luke's lightsaber, and who is this Finn guy, and how come he's wearing a stormtrooper uniform in a scene that in the trailer looked like it was reminiscent to the Prison Break when they got Princess Leia out of the prison, and is he in disguise, or is he actually a stormtrooper? We don't know, but there's a ton of anticipation going into this movie. Well, in affiliate marketing, you can absolutely build up anticipation because products are launching all the time, right? And you can reveal these products and do unboxings and all these kind of things that build up anticipation for the person that you're trying to help make a purchasing decision in affiliate marketing. So engaging your audience with anticipation is a definite good lesson to learn from the Star Wars brand, and that's our third marketing lesson that we learned from Star Wars. Number 4, this is a good one. Create something that's actually worth sharing and talking about. You can get out there and create the thinnest, crappiest website on the planet, and you may get some conversions. We've seen that happen. Really poor content gets conversions sometimes. It used to do that more often than it does now, but you don't have to have a world beater website in order to make money. But why do that? Why not create something that's awesome that people will share and discuss? I mean, look at the trailers. They were awesome. And look how many times they were shared and viewed, and people reviewing them over and over and taking them apart frame by frame because of the anticipation thing that I talked about in item 3. This was great content. It was something worth sharing and talking about. Well, you can do that with affiliate marketing. Instead of writing a 400-word product review, write a 2,000-word product review and put in some pictures and incorporate comments from other reviews and talk about why you agree or disagree and really help people make a great buying decision. That's really going to help people, and it's going to create a review that people will share when their friends want to buy that same product. They'll remember, oh, I saw this review, and that'll get you backlinks and social media exposure and the kind of things you need to rank your website. So create something worth sharing and discussing. Number 5, another thing from Star Wars, and I think this is really done so well, tell stories. Tell about your product experiences. What is Star Wars if it's not the ultimate creation story, right? We have this kind of Christ character in Anakin Skywalker. He doesn't have a father. It's an immaculate conception. He's strong with the Force, this kind of godlike power. And all through this thing, this story progresses. And as it turns out, something that bugs me is everyone in Star Wars seems to be somehow related to everyone else, but still there's this story that goes through it. Well, you can tell stories too about how you used a product or how the product was manufactured or what you learned when you talked to the manufacturer, or you can interview the manufacturer on your website. You can tell stories about a product that relate the benefits, about how the product has helped people that you've interviewed and talked to and so forth, or about how you read about how this happened and so forth. Tell stories. People really engage with stories, and that's clearly apparent in the Star Wars brand, and that's why item number 5 is to tell stories in affiliate marketing. The 6th thing that you can learn from Star Wars about affiliate marketing is sometimes stuff isn't going to work, and you should avoid doing that again. Jar Jar Binks. That didn't work, and they dumped Jar Jar. There was one Gungan that showed up in one scene briefly in the background. That was kind of a nod to Jar Jar. That was it, okay? No more Jar Jar. I mean, everybody agrees, even the most diehard Star Wars fans, that the first three episodes, episodes 1, 2, and 3, are a little bit weak in spots. I'm being generous. Jar Jar Binks is the worst. He's a total abomination. That didn't work for Lucas. And you're going to find stuff in your affiliate marketing that doesn't work. Don't do that stuff. It's like when you go to the doctor and you raise up your arm and you say, "Doctor, it hurts when I go like this." And you raise your arm and wave it in the air. And the doctor says, "Well, then don't go like that. Don't do that. If that hurts, don't do it." Same thing true with affiliate marketing. Same thing true with Star Wars. Jar Jar is bad. Just don't go there. It's just awful stuff. Number 7, and I think this is a key thing too that you can get from Star Wars. Somehow, for some reason, all this stuff stands the test of time. And why is that? Why is Star Wars so awesome? Why is there this international following? Is it magical voodoo? No, there's been lots of these different kind of stories told. In fact, a lot of people have told the story over and over again. If you study literature, this is just a good versus bad, evil versus light and darkness kind of story with a hero or a heroine, in some cases, a protagonist. This is a kind of a simple formula, right? This is just good storytelling. But the content is epic, right? It's this epic struggle. It's well told. The visual effects are fantastic. It's really great content. And for your affiliate marketing efforts, I can tell you that item number 7 that I learned in Star Wars that you can apply to affiliate marketing is content is still king. Great content wins every time. Create great content, and you will like the results when you do that. Very closely related to item 4 above, where we talk about you should create something worth sharing. That's something that worth sharing is typically going to be great content. The other thing that you learn from Star Wars, just looking at the marketing efforts around Star Wars, is item 8. And you can also do this in affiliate marketing, create some urgency. I mean, I don't know how they did it. I really don't. But how they make it where everybody has to see the movie on opening night or opening weekend and has to be the first. And there's so much urgency going in the direction of Star Wars when the movie's going to be in theaters for 8 weeks, but still you have to be the first to see it. And then it's going to be out in Blu-ray, but still you have to be the first to see it. That's an amount of urgency that's just hard to overcome. And that's great in affiliate marketing. You can create urgency in affiliate marketing in a couple of ways. The 2 that come to mind for me are to negotiate with the manufacturer to get a special offer for your audience that expires. We do this a lot of times in joint ventures in affiliate marketing, where I will go to a producer of some content and I will say, "Hey, look, I'd like to offer this to my listeners with an exclusive discount that expires at a certain time." That's a win-win for everybody. It gets me urgency, which helps me in my marketing, and it gets you a discount, right? The other way you can do that is to have a bonus. If someone buys a product that you're offering as an affiliate, if they buy it through your affiliate link, you'll offer them some bonus. Maybe they're buying some software and you offer a bonus that explains how to use the software. Maybe it's a video of you using it, for example. But that only lasts for the month of December or the month of January. And in that case, there's urgency around that. They've got to go ahead and buy that software now to get your bonus. And that's good for you because these kind of explanatory videos often are not evergreen. Once the software gets updated, that video is going to be out of date anyway. So there's a natural urgency there that you can build in that really help people. Star Wars created a lot of urgency, and you can too. Item 9. Create partnerships in your affiliate marketing. There's lots of ways that you can do this. You see Star Wars creating enormous amounts of partnerships. There's, Star Wars stuff at McDonald's and Star Wars toys available. And I've heard even that one of the makeup manufacturers has a Star Wars makeup line now. And I even saw that Google on their Android phones has some kind of Force Awakens user interface that you can install. I'm an Apple guy. I'm really not sure what that's all about. But you get the idea. You can create partnerships. And with your affiliate marketing, you can do that too. You can trade traffic with related sites. So maybe you've got a weight loss site and you meet a guy with a fitness site, or you've got a weightlifting site and some guy's got a running site, so forth. And you can kind of cooperate in certain ways that make it possible for you to have partnerships around your affiliate marketing, or just even what I did in the beginning of this podcast, telling you about John Lee Dumas's new book that he's got out. I don't make any money if John Lee Dumas sells a bunch of books. I just think it's a great idea, and I want you to know about it, and I think it will help you. But from John's perspective, that's a real solid for him, right? We're giving him airtime on the podcast to talk about the Freedom Journal. So you can have these kind of formal and informal partnerships, make a lot of sense, and you can cross-promote products across niches in that way in affiliate marketing, and that can really be helpful. Another way you can form partnerships is just exchanging money for exposure. For example, you could choose to advertise your website on someone else's podcast, or better yet, buy an ad inside their newsletter where you pay them to mention you in your newsletter, or you can create guest blog posts on other people's blogs that point back to your affiliate website. All of those are examples of these kind of partnerships that the Star Wars franchise has done so well. And that's why item 9 that I learned from Star Wars is create partnerships. Item 10, boy, this one is so apparent in Star Wars. Visual content. If content is king, man, visual content is the crown on the king. The visual content from Star Wars is epic. And I'm telling you what, those trailers that they put out before the thing came out, wow. I mean, the editing is so tight and all the images are so beautiful. And yeah, they had hours and hours and hours of content to use to cut down into a 30 or 90-second trailer. But oh my gosh, the visuals are so awesome. That still applies in affiliate marketing. You need to test and split test images on your blog and in your conversion copy, different button types and all this different kind of stuff, embedded links, underlined, non-underlined, bolded, different headlines. All that visual content needs to be tested. And the Star Wars guys are showing you that. They're showing you the amazing power of visual content in the Star Wars brand. I mean, it is truly a visual brand, and the power of that is just so readily apparent. And that's why item 10 is that visual content is key in affiliate marketing. Item 11 is a good one for affiliate marketing too. For item 11, I've got that user content has value, both for Star Wars and affiliate marketing. The example that I saw cited, there's all kinds of fan sites and all kinds of fan buzz out there. And what the Star Wars brand has done in general is totally embraced this. For example, the Star Wars fandom out there has come up with this day to celebrate Star Wars, May the 4th. Because if you say, May the 4th be with you, it sounds very much like May the Force be with you. Well, the Disney and the Star Wars brand, they've embraced that and created a website and got all around that and engaged their users in that. They saw that as an opportunity. They've engaged on social media. They're using that user content to fuel the fire of their marketing. Well, you can do the same thing in an affiliate marketing. This is especially true because you can go out and find reviews. And while you shouldn't plagiarize reviews that you find on Amazon, you certainly can read 40 of them and summarize those reviews and say, a careful study of reviews online indicates that the following issues are apparent with this product. You can do that in affiliate marketing and say, look, I've researched this. I read all those reviews for you so that you don't have to do that, and use that user-generated content. And of course, you can also allow comments on your website, moderate them well, make sure there's no spam or junk in there, and engage people that do stop by and leave a comment in meaningful conversations about the products that you're trying to monetize and convert on your website. So that's item number 11. User content has great value. Item 12, boy, start early and finish last. I tell you, the amount of marketing energy that went into the Star Wars thing is amazing. I mean, they started talking about this movie a year ago. Did they need to promote something as famous as Star Wars a year ago? Well, I don't know, but the box office is over $1 billion with a B. So whatever it is, that it worked, right? I mean, it's the most profitable movie of all time, at least in terms of box office top line revenue, and just, total greatness, long lead times for marketing. So it's push, 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 push. The way I turn this around to affiliate marketing is you need to be out there promoting your website and doing whatever you need to do to get the traffic that you need. If that means guest blog posts or social media or link building or whatever it is that you think you need to be doing for your affiliate website, that's what you need to be doing. You need to start early, do it often, and keep doing it until the website is profitable, and then on to grow it on after that. Definitely important to start early and never quit, finish last. Item 13, and I think this is another one, interesting timing on the Star Wars saga, something else you can do. Take advantage of the season. So Star Wars, obviously the timing of it is such that it comes out at Christmas. Christmas is a huge movie season, of course. A lot of people are going to see movies at Christmas. Traditionally, there are huge blockbuster releases at Christmas. But also there's all this marketing opportunity with toys and cross-promotion and all this other stuff that's going on at Christmas that was just absolutely amazingly fantastic. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Toys R Us just jammed to the ceiling. My 8-year-old kid got a BB-8. He's 9 now. He just turned 9 this month in January. But he got one of those Sphero remote-controlled BB-8s. And in fact, I'll put an affiliate link to the BB-8 that he got in the show notes. There you go. How about that? Affiliate marketing discussion. I'm putting the affiliate link right in there. So, these things, it makes sense to take advantage of these huge greeting card holidays that we've created in the world. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, all this stuff. If your affiliate site has something to do with these sorts of areas, take advantage of those. Have special promotions. And even if it doesn't, you can have a Mother's Day promotion just because you love your mom. You can say, hey, I love my mom, and so I made this special deal. We're going to, run this. We've gotten an exclusive coupon code from Squarespace for Mother's Day, and here it is. It doesn't need to be Mother's Day websites, right? It could just be the fact that it is Mother's Day, something to create buzz, and then do a press release around how you're doing a Mother's Day promotion. Those sorts of things. Take advantage of the season. I think Star Wars has done that incredibly well, and you can do that in affiliate marketing too. I think it's a really, really powerful idea that not enough people are taking advantage of in affiliate marketing. Okay, so to recap, the 13 things that I learned, the marketing lessons that I learned from Star Wars, The Force Awakens. Number 1, if you find something that works, stick with it. Number 2, be true to your brand, have your own voice, and be memorable. Number 3, engage your audience with anticipation. Anticipation and teasers work. Use them in your affiliate marketing. Number 4, create something that's actually worth sharing and discussing. Don't create junk that nobody wants to talk about. Number 5, tell a story and make it a great one. Number 6, if you find something that's broken and doesn't work, don't do that anymore. Avoid your past mistakes. Number 7, great content is still king, dominates everything. Number 8, create urgency in your marketing. Make sure that there's a reason for people to act now. It's not as hard as it sounds. Number 9, use partnerships to your advantage. Joint ventures, cross promotions, whatever it takes to make it happen and get your message out there. Number 10, visual content is absolutely key. Keep those images in those blog posts, test those colors, test those buttons. Make sure your visual content is working for you in affiliate marketing. Number 11, leverage user content. It has great value. Remember, may the 4th be with you. And number 12, start early and finish last. This is true for almost everything you ever do. right? If you started already, you'd already be done. The earlier you start, the better, and finish strong and finish last. Be the last guy standing out there doing the thing that you need to be doing to make things work. Finally, number 13, take advantage of the season. Christmas, Halloween, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, whatever it is you can come up with. Heck, I've even heard people make up their own day. Make up your own day. Late night internet marketing day. That's what we need. We need late night internet marketing day. Hey, I hope you've enjoyed this special Star Wars episode of the Late Night Internet Marketing Podcast. I hope that I didn't give you too many spoilers from the movie, and I hope you can take a few of these fun lessons and apply them to your internet marketing. Until next time, I'm Mark Mason at LateNightInternetMarketing.com. Have an absolutely fantastic day.
You can do it right when it's late at night.
You've been listening to the Late Night Internet Marketing Podcast.
Be sure to visit LateNightPodcast.com today to leave feedback for Mark. Download special bonus content, access the show notes, and more. See you there.
Until then, go and make some great progress on your internet business. One night at a time.
One night at a time.
Okay, that was fun. I totally love Star Wars, and I loved this movie. It's probably my third favorite movie. Because I was 9 years old when I saw it, Episode 4, A New Hope, will always be my favorite. And I legitimately think that Empire Strikes Back is probably the best Star Wars movie. It's widely regarded as the best. A lot of people, I think, a lot of Star Wars thinkers of deep Star Wars thoughts feel that Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, is the best Star Wars movie. It's certainly up there in the top two, right? For me, it's 2 because I have this emotional attachment to 4. This is probably the third one. The Force Awakens is probably my third favorite, although in many ways I think it's the best movie, but I have to discount it some because it's just such a close copy for me of Episode 4. It really bugs me, and I was started to go into this in the episode a little bit, but you've got at the beginning of the movie, you've got this sort of reluctant hero in Rey who doesn't really know she has the Force and doesn't want to get involved and doesn't want to leave home, and she's on a desert planet, by the way, and she doesn't really exactly know who her parents are. And she, contrasts clearly with Luke in the first movie. So, that's a little bothersome. They're on this desert planet. She's got something that looks like a land speeder that she drives around. So, that's one thing. And then she comes in contact with the Darth Vader character, Kylo, and, she fights him off and, or fights with him. And so they have this kind of hero antagonist kind of conflict that's happening there, very reminiscent to Luke and Darth. And then you have this kind of Death Star thing at the end where, it's not a Death Star this time, it's an actual planet, but it looks a heck of a lot like the Death Star. In fact, at some point in the movie, they explain how it's like the Death Star, only much, much bigger, and they've got to blow it up, and they're flying through trenches in order to do that. And, that was not necessary. I don't think it was necessary for the Star Wars team to stay that close to Episode 4. I think they could have easily wandered off a little bit, and instead of having a Death Star looking thing, it could have been, any number of things that they had to go deal with that weren't, a big weapon trying to almost destroy the rebel base, which is exactly what happened in Episode 4. So, that was too close for me, so that's why I rank it third. Other than that, I think it was an absolutely fantastic movie, absolutely well done. And, of course, the great thing is it leaves you with this huge question, which is, who is Rey, right? I mean, who is she? Is she And some people are saying that she's reincarnated Anakin Skywalker. I don't think they're going to go there. That doesn't make any sense to me. A lot of people are saying that she's Luke's daughter. I think that's too obvious. I don't like that theory. The best theory that I've heard for my taste so far is that somehow she's related to Obi-Wan, like maybe Obi-Wan's daughter or granddaughter. It would have to be granddaughter, I guess. That's kind of an interesting storyline, and it allows them to unpack, the whole thing about what was Obi-Wan doing when he was in hermit mode out in the desert back in episode 4. They can tell that backstory. They're free to tell that because it's not really in the canon yet. So that could be really interesting vector for them to go down. I hope they don't make it as simple and brain dead as, she's Luke's daughter, because that's just too obvious. And it already bugs me that everyone in Star Wars seems to be related. If they do that, that's really going to be just too much. So anyway, my thoughts on Star Wars. Until next time, peace out. I hope you got to see the movie, and I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some comments on the blog if you want to talk about Star Wars, or drop me a line on Twitter, and I would be happy to talk to you about that some more then. Thanks.
Late night internet marketing.
Hey, it's Mark again. I wanted to tell you one more time about this absolutely free resource that I have for helping people who are trying to get the big picture for internet marketing, actually get started and understand what all their choices are. If that's not you, there's no more content. You can skip to the end. But if you're someone who came to this podcast because you're searching for how to get started online and you just can't cut through all the noise, I get it. That was me. In 2007, when I was trying to get started, there were so many people throwing offers at me that I really couldn't even understand what all the different business models were. I couldn't understand how money moved around on the internet, and I couldn't really get a grip on what direction I wanted to go in so I could figure out how to move forward. I've created a free video resource for you just for that purpose at latenightim.com/explain. In several short videos, I just explained to you what internet marketing is all about and what online business is all about and the different options that you have for starting an online business. There's nothing to buy there. You just sign up for access and you get the videos just like that. So if that's interesting to you, or if you know someone who's in a same situation, send them that link, latenightim.com/explain. And let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what people are thinking that are in the exact same position that I was in more than a decade ago in 2007. In some ways, it seems like yesterday. And in some ways, it seems like an entire lifetime ago. Again, that's latenightim.com/explain.
Late night internet marketing.